David Santiago here with EXPATOUS, bringing you an update. I want to share with you something that I think will be of value to you. If you're operating overseas, if you're a multinational company overseas, if you have any sort of operations overseas, I think you should take 10 to 15 minutes to read this very informative report here, the Global Terrorism Index 2015. Because in it, there's some key information that you can use, not only to drive awareness in your company as far as the threat of terrorism is concerned, but also to analyze and re-examine this threat, and to put, like we like to say here at EXPATOUS, to put it into practical and relevant terms. So what I wanted to share with you today is not only the link to this report and encourage you to read this report, but the other thing that I wanted to share with you is the importance of planning. Now, plans in themselves, not a big believer of them, but the process of planning is very, very important, and it's very useful for you as a person that's, for example, let's say you're in charge of security at your organization, or you're trying to just raise the awareness within your colleagues. The process of planning is very important. So I have two different approaches, two different methods that you can use to plan and prepare for the terrorism threat. And one of them is just your basic risk management cycle that starts off with identifying the risk, assessing and analyzing it, developing risk management plans, implementing these risk management actions, and then reevaluating and controlling them. Again, this cycle here, the process of setting it up, the process of putting these things together, the process of obtaining this information, that's going to be much more valuable than the actual plan when it's filed and put in a shelf or downloaded on a PDF. The process of putting this together as an organization, as an individual, is very powerful. The other approach you can take to this is divided into three phases. So you got phase one, the threat identification and initial site assessment. So again, you're conducting an assessment, you're evaluating it. A detailed risk assessment would be your second phase. And your third phase would be actually managing the risk, so risk management. So we're talking about emergency plans and going into things like business continuity and so forth. Anyway, this book over here, Risk Analysis and the Security Survey, is a book that I use very often as I get my continual education, like through ACES and other professional organizations that encourage security professionals to continue their education. This book over here will also be very useful for you. But the bottom line is this, folks. If you're an organization operating overseas, you need to take this threat seriously, and you need to go through the process of planning. There are a lot of people operating overseas that they just kind of hope for the best, and they don't add that second part, which is plan for the worst or be prepared for the worst. So what I am doing here at EXPATOUS is encouraging you to go through this process. Now, if you need help with this process, feel free to contact me through LinkedIn. Feel free to send me your questions, and I will do the best I can to answer them. So that's it for today, November 23rd on a Monday. I wish you a safe and successful day. Thank you.